Hi, welcome back this week. This week we are going to be wood burning the other ear of this Labrador puppy, and we're just going to get straight on it. I'm Kez. Phil is next to me, so he will be reading out or anything like that. So let's get started. Can I have this camera, please?
You go.
Thanks. Let's just zoom in. So this time we're going to be doing this ear just here. Okay, so if I move that over there a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I've just got the Peter Child's machine and we are still on the teeny tiny spoon shader. That's not doing anything, is it? There we go. So we're still on the teeny tiny spoon shader. We are on a number 3, but what we're going to do is going to go up to a 3.5 because we're just going to do this dark section in here first. So we're just going to start with this dark section. We're going in with the direction of the fur. We're doing very light pressure on the pen.
Just zoom your camera in a bit.
You can zoom it in a bit. Okay. The other way.
That'll look.
So there, yeah. So let's move that over there a bit.
That's better.
Okay. So I'm just going to get this dark section in just here. Now, there's not a lot of pen pressure on here. It's literally just touching the wood, but we're going slow movements, so reasonably slow. So the slower you go, the darker the burn, the faster you go, the lighter you burn. So we're just going to get that plotted in just there. Now this comes all the way down the side of the head. There's a nice dark section. So we're going in for that. Just there.
Alex, where's all the wood butchers joined us?
Hi Alex, how you doing? So just getting this section in here. What we're going to do, because there is a few ripples in this ear to make it 3D, we will get those bits in as well, because we want the contours of the ear so it looks realistic. So just getting these darker areas in first, because it's easier to shade from darker to lighter. There we go. This section here is actually a little bit darker, so we'll just go over that section there. We did this bit last week. We're just going to quickly go over it just to darken it down just a little bit more.
Well, Alex says, all good here, playing with my new toy.
Nice. What you got? It's always great to get a new toy, isn't it? No, just pulling these. That's really dark in here. So we're just going to go over this section just here again. Always going in the direction of the fur. There we go, there, and then we're just going to pull this down a little bit. But this section in here is dark, but it's not as dark as in there, so we're pulling it down. So you go from the darker to slightly lighter, and we're just doing faster movements than what I was doing before.
Alex says he's bought another 3D printer.
Nice.
And Lucy Bundy Rose joined us.
Hey Lucy,
Afternoon.
how you doing? So we're just filling in this darker bit under here where this dark bit of the ear is, and pull in from the darker to the lighter section. So it is dark here, but not as dark as in this section in here. So we're still pulling in the direction of the fur. How are the kids, Lucy? Have they made you put the Christmas decorations up yet? So just pulling this down. It's not quite, it's dark, but not quite as dark going down here. So we're just going to pull this down in the direction just as we was before, just a little bit faster. Still light on pen pressure. We're not, we don't press on these. There we are.
Now, apparently the decks are going up next weekend. Andy's got to bring a tree back from work.
Oh, cool. Is it a real one or a fake one?
I'm guessing a real one.
Well, I could only assume a real one, but you can't always assume, can you? Just have a drink of coffee here. Got my coffee next to me because it's flipping cold in this workshop today. So this section here, actually that needs to go a bit further up, doesn't it? Where's my bit of wood gone? It's there. Right. So there we go. A bit section here. So you can see I've got pencil mark in here going down, and that is actually reasonably dark. So we're going to get that in as well while we're going dark.
It's a real tree. His boss gives him one.
Nice. That's pretty kind of him, isn't it? It's pretty cool. I bet the kids are all excited. I know ours are. So it's dark here, but not quite as dark as where the ear is connected. So we're going to move just a little bit faster with the pen. Still light pressure. Going in with the direction of the fur, which is kind of sticking out. So I'll have a bit of sticking out fur. Do it this way here. There. Did you get the snow? Anybody else got snow? We woke up to what?
4 or 5 inches?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was Jacob that had the snow last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's sent it over. I'm gonna ask him back. I'm gonna ask him if I can send it back for a refund. I don't want it. It's too cold. So this bit here is lighter. Just gonna get it in. There we go. Just going over there. Right, so now we've done that section just there. Then what we'll do is follow down this ear section here. So the fur points downwards on this. So we're going to add the strokes downwards.
Yes, Lucy says she's got no idea what to get Kezia for Christmas. She and my mum are the only ones I've left to buy for.
Really?
And finish the kids' stockings off.
Yeah, I've got the stockings to do. Stockings are all you can buy, like the presents and the stockings. You're like, oh my god, what do you buy that's tiny to go in the stockings? I always get stumped on them, especially for the teenagers and the older ones. I think I've got yours to buy still, Phil.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, still got to get his.
It's all right, I've got to get yours.
You always leave it till Christmas Eve, so there's no change there, is there? Just pulling in the direction of the fur. Down here. It's kind of just putting like a base layer in on this bit. So plotting in the base layer, and then we'll add an extra layer over the top that will be slightly darker, and then we will use the standing knife blade to just take a little bit away for just the lighter hairs that are on the top afterwards.
Lucy says teenagers you can buy smellies for.
Yeah, but there's only so many smellies that you can buy for teenagers.
It's very quiet in this chat today.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to you.
No, nobody's joined us today.
That's all right. Everybody's having a snowball fight. So pulling this down still. Down here. Yeah, just going over.
Lucy. I think Lucy says the important ones are here.
Yeah, yeah. Pulling that down there. So just going over a little bit more, just to add a few of the extra layers in, just to darken down just a little bit, because fur has many, many layers. Putting that down.
Alex says, hardly buy any presents these days. We agree not to buy for each other, but to buy something you want for yourself instead. And all the young ones want these money these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Ours don't even want that, do they?
Ours generally want computer parts.
Yeah. Crazy on computer parts. So it's quite dark in this section here, so we're going to go over just a little bit more. Just down here. I'm just going to go a little bit slower, I think. Just to darken that down enough.
Oh, Gideon's got a new Marble Rush.
Marble Rush?
Yeah. So we know what you're going to be doing on Christmas Day.
Is that the VTech one? I think it was VTech. I saw that Cody had a couple of years ago, I think. He had the Marble Rush. You know, the one with the little white stacky things? Yeah.
You set your track up.
Yeah.
So I said, I know what she's going to be doing on Christmas Day.
Yeah. It's great fun, though. You don't know what you're going to be doing. PC parts.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. About 3 of them.
I'll be building computers Christmas Day, no doubt.
Yeah. There we go. So that section up there is nice and plotted in now. That's that bit. So what I'm going to do is go off towards this top bit up here. And we can see that the fur goes like that kind of direction. So that's the way that we're going to go. And I'm still on 3.5 because it's still reasonably dark on this section, but not too dark. So we're going with faster movements so we can get it in.
And Rob from Couple Hour Woodturning's joined us.
Hey Rob, how you doing? So we were just getting this section in here. Because that bit there, it kind of sticks out. It's darker than the rest, but not as dark as this section down here. There we go. Just getting that in.
You've just disappeared off the top of your camera.
Oh, have I? Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Let's bring that down a little bit. It's because that was there. I've been up there for about 5 minutes. What? Did you snooze? did you take a
Micro
nap?
sleep.
Eh?
Micro sleep.
That's not fun. You're getting older these days. Little cat naps everywhere. So we'll do this section again, shall we? Over here.
Good plan.
Yeah. So we're just darkening down this section here anyway. As you can see, I've plotted it in, but Phil fell asleep, so I forgot to tell me that I was actually off camera. Can't find the stuff these days. Oh dear me.
Oh, she's also bought a game called Monkey See, Monkey Poo.
Monkey see. Oh, okay.
Kids will love that.
I bet they will. If they're anything like mine, they'll just laugh at the name for 10 minutes first. Yeah. So I'm going to get that in there. That's dark, but not as dark. So what we're doing is dragging from the darker area into the dark, but just slightly less dark. The reason why you drag from the dark in there is because your pen naturally cools down as it's on the wood longer. So it's easier to shade that way. It just gives you a little bit more control, and you use your tool to your advantage, really.
Apparently it was an advert on Nick Jr. that puts it on the Christmas list.
Right, okay, cool. I think our 6-year-old wanted the Bluey board game. We've got the scavenger hunt one. It's the other one that he wanted. I can't remember what it's called now though, because he's absolutely bonkers on Bluey. 6 years. What it's like to be 6 years old again. So just pulling this still in the direction of the fur. Now we've got it kind of goes a little bit dark. It's starting to go lighter down this section here. So I'm going to leave that section for a minute and just concentrate on bringing this darker section in down here. So just bring that in. We've still got this on a 3.5. Just dragging from the darker to the lighter. There we go. Just dragging it in. I've actually got a slightly darker section there that comes out a little bit. So let's bring that out anyway.
Stop mumbling to yourself.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm trying to think out loud.
Rob from Clinton Spore Brazers has joined us.
Hey up, Rob.
Afternoon, Rob.
So we're just getting this plotted in, the darker section is plotted in here, and we're dragging from the darker section into a darker section again, but just it's slightly lighter than this bit that's down this side here. So just bringing it in the direction of the fur.
Well, apparently Blue is loved in their house too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Along with Topsy and Tim, Jojo and Gran, Rubble and Crew.
I've not heard of them ones. It's Bluey, Sonic the Hedgehog, the Grinch at the moment. I've watched the Grinch, the old one and the new one, about 15 times, I think, this Christmas. Well, I say this Christmas. I think he started it in October, didn't he?
Yeah, end of October.
October. What else has he been watching?
All sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah, Pokemon and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't even know where we got Pokemon from. I think it was Em's fault. So just bringing this down here.
You're gonna have to zoom that camera out a tad because you keep moving off camera.
Okay, just taking that out. I need to move up a little bit again. So move that up there. No, just a little bit too much. Hang on. Hang on. There. Rubber. Just about there. Okay, so just bringing that.
Technical issues here today.
Yeah, which piece of wood to use? I need one in between. I'll send it off to the wood department. See if my tech guy comes back with anything.
Yeah. Don't worry, Alex. She lost me as well with half of them.
What?
The
Oh, the what's it? Yeah.
TV shows.
No, I remember Topsy and Tim. I can't remember which one of ours that used to watch the version of Topsy and Tim. I think that was on Freebies. Okay, so where are we now? So I think we're going to bring that down there just a little bit. Because that is where that line sort of comes from. Just doing short movements, short, fast movements. I just want to get a bit of a line in, but not a hard line. So coming down a little bit further. Just gives me a line to follow. And then, where are we there? We're coming down a little bit further down here. So still no hard lines. You don't want any hard lines with realism. No hard lines at all. Up here is where that bit starts. Just going to turn this burner down to a 3. Just a little bit warm just there, but I'm not worried about that. I can blend that in. So just blending that in. Just nice, fast, short, fast movements to blend that dark patch in. Nice and simple to do. Just dragging it from the darker to the lighter. There we go. And this section here is darker. Anyway, so we'll pull the darker bit over. Just on this ear here. Move that way. What are you grinning at?
Rob and Lucy talking about the clangers.
The clangers?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sam used to watch them. And what was the other one? Parsley the Lion, wasn't it?
Yeah. Was with Sam.
Eh?
Was with Sam.
That was Sam, yeah. So just need to go in just a little bit darker on here. Just to blend this bit in here. And you can see it's starting to blend nicely now. And then we'll go lighter. Nice short strokes. Very, very light touch again. There we go. I'm just having a swig of coffee. It's cold now. Cold coffee. Can't get the staff. So just darkening that down a little bit to go with that. And then we're going to go nice and light over this section here because it is a lighter section. We need some first strokes in there. So very fast movements, very short, fast movements. And you don't need to go in one set movement. So, sort of like straight lines across, just kind of randomly put them in because hair or fur, should I say, it is just random.
It is for that dog. You won't let her brush near her.
Yeah. No, she definitely won't. She runs away from the brush. I got the brush out the other day to give her a brush, and she literally just ran. She legged it.
I think it's just a game with her.
No, it doesn't matter where the brush is. You can leave the brush on the floor, and she looks at it. she actually, I was trying to brush her the other day, and I actually put the brush on the floor so she could and stepped away so she could like sniff it and sort of have a look to see what it was. But she ran away from it, and then I was playing with her, and she backed up, and she actually kicked the brush with her back leg because it was still on the floor, and she jumped and ran off from this brush. I've never seen a dog run from a brush. She runs from it. Weirdo. Definitely a weirdo dog.
Takes after her owner.
Oh, we know you're weird, darling. Alright, guys, we're just gonna get this in here. Now, I'm going to leave this section up here just for now because it is really light and we want to be able to have the ripples of the ear. So we're going to bring these down here, but leave that lighter line. So just plotting in these bits here.
Well, yeah. Apparently Kezia runs away from the hairbrush too. Yeah. I think we're all reminiscing over childhood TV programs.
Oh, yeah.
Alex says Andy Pandy, Bill and Ben. Lucy's added I think it's Wurzel, Andy Pandy,
Wurzel Gummidge. Yeah. You can't beat an old TV program though, can you? When I was a kid, I used to like He-Man and Thundercat. Yeah, just bringing that in there. Yeah, that section there, and bring that one a little bit over here. Still going with the direction. The direction of the fur is going like down that way. So that's the way that I'm taking the pen strokes, is the same direction.
That's triggered Lucy with Thundercats.
Thundercats, yeah. I loved Thundercats.
Oh.
What?
Rob's my age. Champion the Wonder Horse.
I don't know that one.
Showing your age now, Rob.
I must admit, I didn't really watch much on TV. Kind of got kicked out the house. It was like, go play.
Yeah, so does mine. My age equals old as well, mate. That's Rob.
Yeah.
And Alex says that's where he got his nickname from. He just spelt it differently.
Yeah.
For Wurzel.
Yeah. Thought it was. Oh, my alarm's going off. There we go. My dinner bell's going off. Time to start cooking tea.
And Alex says Rob's only a pipsqueak.
Only a pipsqueak. Nice. So this section here is a little bit darker. So I'm going to leave this bit here because it's a little bit lighter. And actually, I think I've gone over a little bit where that line is, but not to worry. We will take that out with the cutter. I'm going to put that in there. So bring that down. So on this section here, the hair doesn't go kind of like that. It kind of comes a little around and down. So we're just going to mimic that motion with the pen. Bringing it around and down. There we go. Just adding an extra layer in up here. But remembering that fur goes that way rather than around and down. Kind of change your motions every time you move on a different part of fur. So every time you move around, your fur direction is in a completely different place. So back to around and down for this section here. There we go. Bringing that in. It doesn't look like I'm doing too much, but I am, and it's laying down the first layers. It's a lot easier to control how dark or light you go in if you start off on a low temperature. And they're just filling in a few of the gaps. When you put the first layer in, it's kind of like fur. So then you go over and kind of fill in the gaps. And because you're going over the first burn and then over the wood, it still gives you the texture of the fur because you've burnt the fern lines twice and the wood, the bits in between, the wood only once. So it gives you the nice texture that you are looking for in fur. Let's bring that down there. There we go. Get that to join up just a little bit there. I'm going to add a little bit more of a burn to this section here because this section here is just that slight bit darker. And the fur direction is actually pointing straight down. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to go with that there. Still on a number 3. Haven't changed temperatures yet. I don't think we're going to need to, if I'm honest with you.
No, just speeding up and slowing down your strokes to change the depth of colour.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's much easier to do it that way than keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. So, well, easier, lazier, I don't know. It's just the way that I've found that I get on with. So up this section here, it's actually from about there, I think it is. A little bit darker, isn't it? So, because the fold of the ear.
Yeah, just on the edge.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go in a bit darker just there and bring it down for the darker section. Still small strokes because the fur is short. So there we go. And that way there. Still keep watching. Still keep looking back at the reference picture rather than just going off the line drawing. Still keep looking at the reference picture because sometimes you can go just a little bit wrong on your line drawing. So I'm always conscious of that and always make sure I'm looking backwards and forwards. I generally have my reference picture on my iPad because I can zoom in and out when needed to. Because sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you need that kind of thing. But you can just do it off a photo. I have done things off a photo many, many times. But it's just easier when you can zoom in or out, even if it's on your phone. There we go. So what I'm going to do, because this section here is quite a little bit darker, as you can see on the photo there. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit more in there, just on that edge of that ear there, and then up here. It adds more texture. So if you add your texture in straight away, you can see what it's going to look like. As I said before in previous parts, you do go through quite a bit of an ugly duckling stage. Just push past it, keep going. It soon all comes together, and sometimes you don't even realize it. Yeah, it works really, really well. So bringing it down there. There we go. Just a little bit darker on that section, I think. Just there. See that bit that I burnt quite dark earlier? It's now blended in quite nicely. So if you do catch the wood occasionally, don't worry. Just get it blended in. It's pretty easy enough to do. And if it really won't blend in, just scrape it off.
Hiding your mistakes.
Yeah. Nobody knows they're there. Nobody. When people look at a picture, nobody knows they weren't supposed to be there. You know, just keep going and don't say a word. Just darkening this section down a little bit more, so it's kind of going over with. I don't know. It's the second layer, isn't it? This one. Second layer, just to bring that in, just watching the direction of the fur. There we go. Kind of filling in a little bit more of the wood and darkening down the first burn. You don't want to fill it all in because you want it to look like fur. You want the texture basically. There we go. There we go. Pulling that down. There. So just pulling it slightly past because there's furry bits that kind of come down. So I'm just pulling it slightly past the little pencil line that I had on there. On the wood.
The wispy bits on the edge.
Yeah, so we've got wispy bits. So I'm just pulling the wispy bits down a little bit. Don't think the camera's picking that up though, is it?
It is, but can't see them as well because you're not zoomed in far enough to see it.
Okay. So we've got this bit here. So this is actually quite light, just on the top of this ear. So we're going to go in very, very light. So nice, short, fast movements. There we go. To get those bits in here. There's actually a light section that comes all the way down there. So we're going to move past that bit and start coming down this line here that is slightly darker. We get all the darker areas in first. It's actually easier to work with. Although this isn't too dark, it's not as dark as in there, inside the ear. There we go, just getting those in. Just darken that down a bit. So we're just getting the first layer in this bit here. Still making sure you go in the direction of fur. The fur's kind of going that way still. Until you get to this section here that is going more or less straight down, really. So just getting it plotted in.
No, Lucy, I don't think anybody's chatting to you today, darling.
What?
She asked if anybody was chatting. There's nobody chatting, or is everyone captivated by cows? It's a quiet Sunday afternoon. I think everybody's Christmas shopping.
Yeah. Is it that or they're outside throwing snowballs at each other?
No, there is that.
Building snowman? You fancy building a snowman lately?
It's dark now.
Well, we can do it in the dark.
Rob says he's looking at 3D stuff to try.
Through 3D printer.
Yeah.
Hey Rob, have you met Alex? Alex, have you met Rob? Alex has just said that he's bought a new 3D printer.
Oh, you're lucky, Lucy. She didn't get any snow. We got about 4 or 5 inches this morning.
Did you not get any? I tried to get the kids out in it, but they wouldn't do it. They just wouldn't do it. I got the dog went out. She was like, yay. She went snuffling around in the snow, but the kids were like, nope, it's too wet out there. Aren't you boring?
Rob says, hi, Alex. My name's Rob.
Brilliant. That's a great answer.
Yeah, Rob's just ordered his 3D printer, so he's looking at what he can play with on it.
Phil wants a 3D printer. Have you spotted one yet? Go on, tell me. What you got? What you spotted?
I spotted one locally that I hesitated too long on.
Oh, you're Wally. What was it?
Ender 3 Max.
I say that like I know what you're talking about. I have no idea. Alex and Rob might know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, we had extremely thick fog yesterday as well, Lucy.
We had it today as well. Even though we've had the snow, we've had the thick fog as well. So.
Yeah, Rob says, me, Alex, and Andy are going to be the 3 musketeers of 3D printing.
Brilliant. Oh, has Andy got a 3D printer too?
No, he's waiting. He's wanting to order one, but they're having the bathroom done.
Oh, right, okay.
So he's got to wait until his bathroom's finished, and he's got some more pennies.
I thought he was waiting for Santa Claus.
No, Lucy said no.
Oh, dear. So, still just plotting these bits in here. whilst thinking about 3D printers now. Not that I want one or know what to do with one.
Maybe Andy's going to get one for his birthday.
When's his birthday? So actually, this bit here is a little bit dark, so I'm going to blend that bit in there. Because I don't like the look of that bit, so let's blend that bit in.
4th of Feb.
Oh, that's not
But Rob
too
says
far away.
25th of December.
You do realise that Logan will be in there wanting to 3D print stuff if you get one.
That's a technical problem.
Why? Why is it a technical problem?
That's what's put me off getting one up to date.
Oh, Logan?
No.
The kids?
Can't really run the 3D printer in here.
Okay, so where are you putting it?
Too much dust.
So where are you putting it?
That's the problem.
You're building another extension, are you?
No. No.
So still blending this little bit in because I don't like quite how dark it is. So let's blend it. Blend the boobies out of it. There we go.
Can we have that in English next time?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's the problem with me. We haven't really... the workshop's too dusty for it, and we haven't really got the space in the house.
Turf one of the kids out.
Move the printers, and if they fit where the printers are, but then I've got nowhere for the printers.
It's like you're building a desk and a big cupboard in the dining room, isn't it?
Tempting.
Tempting. Been wanting a drawing desk for a while, you know. I can share spaces. They look at me like,
I seem to think I already share space on my desk.
On your desk?
Yeah.
I said on my desk that I haven't got yet, that I'd like you to build. Pretty please? Do you think it's working, guys? Do you think he's tempted?
Oh, dear.
Oh, man, a girl can hope.
I've got another project to finish first.
Which bit's that? You've got about 15 of them.
I want my long-term project to finish first.
Okay.
I want it done before the end of this year.
Your doll's house.
My house.
He's building a house.
Hint, hint, says Kez.
Yes.
Yeah, she's hinting.
Yes. Which bit?
The desk.
The desk. Well, I can move my nice new table in. That's fine.
No, you can't.
Okay. You're going to Scotland on Tuesday. You'll never know. So just plotting those bits in here still. Just kind of smoothing out where it's going, and you can see you kind of got a line for each section. This line's a little bit thick, this white line, so we're just going to fill that in just a little bit.
3D printed desk. Win-win. No.
Yeah. I like the idea of that. 3D printer on one side and I can...
3D print the desk.
Oh, okay. Wow, that took a while, wasn't it?
Yeah. Want the electricity bill? Our bill's high enough as it is.
It might not get your desk till next Christmas. So just filling in this little bit here because it's this white line here is just a little bit too thick for my liking. So we're going to fill it in, but we're going to take it in a little bit on either side. Rather than just go one side or the other, we're going to take it in a little bit this side and then take a little bit in this side. It just evens up the space between the sections. There we go. It's down here. How's that looking on there? Fucking better than that. Still got this lighter section up here now. It's actually really light up here because of the way that the light is hitting the fur. So we're just going to make sure that we plot that in so we know where we are with it. Making sure we're still going with the direction of the fur. Now I'm using light fast movements because we want it nice and light. Excuse me. There we go, because it's really, really light up there. Just a little bit over here. There, just darken this section here down a little bit. And then we're back to being really light again. There we go. So what we can do with this really, really light section is at the end, just drop a little bit of white paint to highlight it. The white paint does add perfect highlights and it works really, really well. If you don't want to use paint, you can always use white pencil. So you remember the white Crayolas that are in the packets that you never know what to do with? Yeah, you can just pick one of those up and use one of those. So just blending the two together just nicely. There we go. Bring that over that section there. Still making sure that the fur direction, I want to say grain direction, it's not, it's the fur direction. Ignore the grain direction. That don't make no difference on this. So we've got a little bit here to add in, and it's going kind of like an arch just there. So we're just going to go with that. Making sure we're pulling from the darker to the lighter. So I've actually put my pen down in the darker section and pull across to the lighter section. This kind of like, it blends it through, but it can't, it's as if it spreads the dark burn a little bit, but it doesn't, which with fur is exactly what you need, because it isn't all one colour. You just want the texture in there, so it gives the illusion of
6 minutes to go,
the fur across there. Okay, it's gone fast today, like really fast. Might not for you, but that's for me. Right. There we go. Same with this section down here. Just doing the same. Blending from the darker to the lighter. Just to give the illusion of the layers in the fur. Making sure that you follow you're going direction. This fur here is coming there, but this fur here is actually going up and over the eyebrow. So making sure you still go in the direction, even though it's really light fur.
Alex says everything goes fast when you're having fun.
It does. It does.
If it would work, it would go slow.
Yeah.
But this is Kez's work.
Yeah, it is actually. This is my work, so not too bad. So just blending that in. It's slow going when you blend it. Actually, you can't. It doesn't actually look like you can see any much on the camera. Actually, you can see that bit there, but this bit here is really, really light. But it is.
You've got a really light patch up going up over the eye, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. So you've got it's there. It's like the eyebrow bit. So there, bring that in there. So just slowing down the movement slightly so it will blend. So it gives the illusion of the fur behind, because there are, it's like many layers. I don't even know how many layers of fur they've got. There we go.
Yes, but this entertaining work is against having to do it for money that you normally would do.
Well, yeah. There is that. Let's add a little bit of dark in there for a minute. Just nice slow movements, I think. Just add a little bit of dark. There we go. And I think.
Rob says he does his job for love. Trust me, I'm a salesman.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I think we'll leave that there. So turn that off.
Let's have a zoom out and see where we are.
Yeah.
We're at then.
See where we're at. There we go. That is where we are at with this little puppy dog. So I think next week is just fur, isn't it, again? I think that's what we'd put for next week. So we'll just get in some of this, plot in some of this fur up on the top of the forehead, I think. And then we can bring some of the darker patches at the back there. Bring it down there. But yeah, that's basically it for this week. Yeah. So hope you had a entertaining time. But yeah, thank you for joining us, and we will be back next week, same time, same channel. See you soon. Bye.